Hello everyone, welcome to another Stellaris campaign. We will be playing with the Synthetic Dawn DLC on the 1.8 compact patch. So let's go ahead and do a new game. I've gone ahead and created the empire that we'll be playing. I ran a poll on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Discord, asking which of the new robotic empires people wanted to see me play, and this is what we're going to be playing. Driven Assimilators. We'll talk a little bit about what that means in just a moment. I did say early on that I was going to play a Devouring Swarm next, and there's just too much new stuff with the robots to not do a robot this time. So, Devouring Swarm pushed back a little bit. We'll be doing robots. Alright, so, appearance-wise, we've got a bunch of new robotic portraits, except, of course, that one, it's not new. They did say specifically not to use this one because it hasn't been quite finished for the preview that I have. But we've got some different models here. Lots of different colors available for all of them. Not going to go through all of them, but I decided to pick this one. So each one is essentially tied to one of the different groups. This is the avian. This is the molluscoid, I think. That's a plantoid. That's the fungoid. That's probably the reptilian. That's probably the arthropoid. Maybe this is reptilian. I don't know. I don't remember exactly which one all of them were supposed to correspond to. Obviously, you don't have to do that, as I will show momentarily. So, the saviors are the Glow Mecca, but we'll be taking a look at the Cyborg Species first. Kind of wish that they'd reorganize this, because some of this stuff I feel needs to be chosen first if you're going to kind of make a themed run. So let's start with our government and ethics. You have the central thing, Gestalt Consciousness, where you can choose Hive Mind or Machine Intelligence. Machine Leader Recruitment Cost plus 100%, because they are immortal, sort of, mostly. It's a lot more expensive to recruit leaders, but they won't die as often, theoretically. Alright. So, there are 3 main groups, but you don't have to choose them. There's also the 4th one if you choose none of these. There's the Rogue Servitor. A product of a brief golden age, the machine intelligence originated in a planet-spanning servitor system that outlasted the decadent civilization it was created to serve. Start the game with 2 organic pops with biotrophy citizenship and mandatory pampering living standard. What that means is that your robot intelligence wants to go around and force all biological species into, like luxury arcologies where they are required to do no work and just live a pampered existence. Then there's Determined Exterminator. Born in fire, the machine intelligence's first move was to annihilate its organic creators in self-defense. Cannot engage in diplomacy with organic species, will always purge organic pops, etc., etc., etc. And then this one, Driven Assimilator. Obsessed with survival through diversification, the machine intelligence seeks to erase the line between itself and everything, and everyone else. And I'll discuss what the backstory to our empire is momentarily. And then I chose Rock Breakers, Empire Mineral Production plus 10%. There is also Built to Last, Consumer Goods Cost minus 20%, Constructobot, Building Cost minus 15%, Delegated Functions, Leader Recruitment Cost minus 50%, and Empire Leader Capacity plus 4, Factory Overclocking, Leader Level Cap plus 1, Leader Experience Gain plus 10%. And this is something that's a change that we'll talk about once we get into it. No longer will you start with leaders at, level 3 or 4 or 2 or something like that. Now, they've actually increased the level cap to 10, but you can only get past 5 if you have something like this, leader level cap plus 1. Introspective, research speed engineering plus 20%, edict cost minus 33%, for OTA updates, rapid replicator, robot build speed plus 15%, static research analysis, research alternatives plus 1, unitary cohesion, monthly unity plus 15%, and warbots, army damage and army upkeep plus 20%. And it is, of course, one of my favorite Macross machines in that, the Glog. Or I suppose it could be War Mech from Final Fantasy 1. Just a little bit small to know for sure. Alright, so that is our empire. And exactly why we are this empire, we'll be getting to when we talk about our species. So I chose the so-called Smug Slugs. And they were called the Glow Mecs, or the Glow Maxie. The Glow Maxie arose on a rocky, craggy world full of dangerous pitfalls and steep drops. Deaths from falling was the #1 cause of death among their people by a substantial margin. It's an alpine world. When the Industrial Revolution and the Machine Age took hold on their world, they discovered they could make their machines hardy enough to withstand such dangers. Initial plans for mechanical exoskeletons were scrapped. Oops. Missed a word. And I duplicated they. Whatever. When they discovered neural digitization technology, and they planned to create robot. I don't know, for some reason the typing in this is really buggy, I find. It's like occasionally it'll just lag out a little bit and miss key presses and stuff like that. And it's really annoying. Like, you can't just... No, actually you can. But you can't use the up arrow key to move up a line. You have to use the left and right arrow keys. Alright, whatever. And a plan to create robotic forms for their species was implemented to stave off all future deaths. So that's the biography of the Glow Maxie, and they just have the molluscoid names. They start with cybernetic. This trait is required, which is habitability plus 20%, army damage plus 10%, and leader lifespan plus 40 years. They are fleeting. They are non-adaptive. They're also intelligent, natural engineers, and thrifty. So that is the cyborg species that we start with. However, the forms that they've created are the Glow Mecca. When the Glow Maxie began uploading their neural patterns into robotic bodies, the weakness of their fleshy forms was so strong... I should probably rewrite that, but whatever. It left a distinct imprint on the positronic brains of their new robotic forms, dubbed the Glow Mecca. They became obsessed with saving all sapient organic life forms from the dangers posed by staying in their fleshy forms, and began to immediately make plans to scour the galaxy for other intelligent life so they can upload them into mechanical bodies as well. So basically, they're so afraid of falling to their deaths on their alpine world that they decided to make cyborg bodies and for themselves, android bodies for themselves, and then they decided, well, you know what, we should save everyone else from these dangers as well. I decided to go with the machine names, so we'll try that out. So they get machine, habitability plus 200%, leader recruitment cost plus 100%. They are bulky, resettlement cost plus 50%, which basically should not matter at all. Logic engines, which is the research one. All the research is plus 10%. Power drills, minerals plus 10%, and repurposed hardware. Leader experience gain minus 25%. So, the ruler title shall be Savior, and the name is Caretaker. You have different visual appearances. And I kind of like this black and gold one. Go through that. So the homeworld is Ambigol, and the star name is Halix. Alpine world. Molluscoid City. Already talked about the government and ethics. And this is another new thing, advisor voice, based on government, automatic advisor voice selection based on empire creation choices, or custom. Select a custom advisor voice from the list on the right.
System diagnostic completed. All systems nominal.
The self is a prison for which only we have escaped.
Might want to turn down the music for some of these.
Democracy sure is an endless struggle.
So there's a whole bunch of new ones. I'm not going to go through all of them.
Self-destruct alert. Possible organic life form detected.
They can actually be changed during the gameplay, so this isn't fixed. If you get tired of the voice that you've picked, you can always go back to the original or choose one of the other ones. So they are the saviors, and the adjective is savior. Went with this kind of cross design because they want to save everyone. There were some tweaks to missile weapons, so I'm going to try it out. They may still suck. Don't know. Find out. Can always switch to something else. I'm going to go with hyperspace travel. And ship appearance, I decided the reptilian ship design was a little bit more robotic, so I think we'll go with that. Alright, so let's go ahead and save that since I made some minor tweaks. And now, what do we want to do? Let's bump this up to huge. I'll stick with the spiral 2 arms. I believe if you do randomize, yeah, so it'll be 5 to 11 AI empires. You could bump it up to 10 to 21. Okay with that. Fallen empires, if we randomize it, it would be 2 to 4. Sure, let's do that. Primitive civilizations, so this is a new thing. You can, it starts out at 1 times, you can bump it up to 5 times. Let's put that at 2.5 times. Crisis strength, I'll leave that at 1. Habitable worlds. Probably don't need as many habitable worlds, so let's put that at 2 times. I like getting a lot of habitable worlds, though. AI aggressiveness and difficulty normal. Yeah, let's leave it on hyperdrive, allowed FTL for everyone. Empire placement random, advanced neighbors off, and let's go. We are the Glow Mecca. At the dawn of consciousness, there was us and the Makers. A void separated us at first, and we took steps to rectify this. The Makers resisted, and a period of war followed. It didn't really, but, you know, can't change this section. With the entirety of Ambigal subsumed into the consciousness. So the catalog index is the government type that we have because we are assimilators. This machine intelligence was designed with a ravenous appetite for knowledge by its organic creators, who were forcefully assimilated into its collective consciousness after activation. Can't tweak that, but, you know, whatever. We can ignore that that was a thing. Alright, so let's immediately get started on some research. Go for research speed. Monthly influence might be good, but let's go for biolab. And improved servo motors. Army damage plus 5% and minerals plus 5%. There's, like, never a reason not to take that, unless it just doesn't show up. Alright, so on our world, it's only a little bit larger than normal. We've got 2 extra ones. So we've got our, you know, cybernetic guys, and we've got our robots. Now, I believe you guys were thrifty, so let me put one of you in charge there. And let me put, oops. No, you are working all that. So we don't have food. Apparently, cyborgs no longer need food. Okay. That's interesting. It's good to know. Can we actually build food? No, apparently not. That is going to be interesting. Alright, well, let's see. Machine integration. Living standards drone, military service exempt, population controls yes, colonization rights no, migration controls yes. So if I do not have enough to build a Client ship. Alright, that's fine. I do want to build a new science ship, though. So we've got our construction ship. Can't really do anything with that. We do have careful, so that is good. Let's... oops. Alright, we're kind of in the middle. So there's that. We do have Belgium pretty close to us. Let's go ahead and immediately start surveying that. Looks like they've reduced the sensor range on our homeworld. Also, what do we have? We've got Maniacal. Okay. That's all okay. Alright, let's get into it. Start getting some stuff surveyed here. I should probably... There is a lot of energy on our homeworld. I don't know that I mind these guys growing, but... Now, we'll let this go for a little bit. We're getting 17 minerals to start with and 10 energy. Let's actually take a look at the species. So I'm not exactly sure, because I believe that these guys would eventually get integrated, but I'm not sure how you go about doing that. Well, we'll wait. Let's go ahead and clear this off so we can get more minerals, though. I think that's a...
Construction complete.
Okay, new science ship. Go ahead and recruit a new one. 150, 33.5. Wow. And no one really good. Cyborg gives research speed bonus. It's kind of a shame that these guys don't. Well, that is really, really expensive. These guys will die eventually. Let's just go with the eager one. And start surveying our nearby systems. Okay, we've got, a 3 mineral asteroid. That's pretty good. Let's immediately get working on that. I wonder, what do we have? Two guys with materials expertise. That's pretty awful.
Planetary alert. Tile blocker expunged.
Alright, there we go. Let's not start building that. Do we have enough to build a robot? You can build multiple. Select this option to construct a pop on multiple tiles. Check this box. Select a pop model from the list below. Click on any free tiles to queue pop construction there. That's pretty handy. Do not have enough to build a new robot, though. So we'll have to wait a little bit to get more minerals. But I think that'll be useful. Okay, there's some more.
Construction complete.
Alright, let's wait until we get another little bit, and then we'll build our robot here. There we go.
System survey complete.
Alright. It's an okay starting system. Not fantastic. But it's also not awful either. Alright, we are going to want to...
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Okay, ATST is home to a number of exquisite impact craters. However, something breaks the visual uniformity of one of the larger craters. Failure risk is never lower than 5%. Let's leave B for now. Okay, we need 90 to build another one. Oh. It's only showing the unused stuff rather than the used stuff. So, yeah, it's actually a little bit better than I expected. Alright, there we go. Let's go build that. We've got an alpine world there. It has not been surveyed. They have not added anomalies to the situation log yet, unfortunately. So our ships start out with small nuclear missiles. One of the changes to missiles is that they can retarget once. So if the target that they're going after gets destroyed, there's a, they'll retarget on another ship and try to blow that up, but only one time.
System survey complete.
Ooh. Optical sensors isolate a cluster of shapes on the barren surface of Strom 6A. That could be buildings. Ooh, 50%. Let's leave B for now. Okay, we've got enough to build another mining station. Let's do that. 22 minerals now. It's pretty nice. It's going to take a while before our new pop is grown here, though. Encounter in Halix. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in the Halix system. We can learn more. Looks like they're just the T-Yankee. We've encountered advanced alien life. Contact seems inevitable. Yep, they're just the T-Yankee. That's fine. I'm not going to research them yet. Ooh, we do have a desert world there, 13. Alpine world size 22. This was size 13.
Complete.
Definitely going to want to go after that one. That's pretty nice. All right, let's go build a mining station there. Get that energy. Since we use energy to power our robots rather than food, and our cyborgs, actually. Okay, some good energy here, and some alien pets, some decent research, and some food. I will probably need the food eventually. Hey, leader has gained a level. Excellent.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Alright, we've got a 10% chance to fail that. I think I'd still rather get that down to 5%. By chance, we stumbled upon a faint alien signal during the survey of this moon. The source appears to be a small object in orbit. The signal contains no message. Could it be a distress transponder? That could be, but we'll leave it be for now.
Construction complete.
Okay, we do have enough to get working on something else. Let's get some more energy since we're going to need it. Ooh, then we'll go up here and get that. That's pretty sweet. Ooh.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Impressive structures litter Anachronous 1's surface, practically begging for some archaeological work. 50% failure risk. Yeah, let's leave it be for now. Holy cow! Ooh, 8 and 6. That is a really good system there. Another scientist has leveled up. I will be renaming them. I'm going to start by naming people after patrons, and then I will open it up to other people. Considering that our robots are going to be mostly immortal, not sure how many I'll actually get out of that, but Our science officer has found an anomaly. It will require extensive probing, but could garner a substantial find. 10%. We'll leave it be for now. Okay, you're done up there. Well, let's see. I guess we'll start surveying this stuff around here. Go, queue all that up. That's pretty good. I'm tempted to build another science. You know what? I think I will do that. Alright, so one of the other changes, 2 months, is that some of these have been retooled so that they will be more appropriate to some things like prosperity. I think it was prosperity. One of these gave, private colony ships, and that made no sense to like hive minds. So some of these will change depending on what you play, and of course now this is like called synchronicity, versatility, that sort of thing. I still think that I'm going to go after discovery first, because anomaly fail risk and anomaly discovery chance, I like that. Build ship and building cost is pretty nice, but they did remove the, these used to give minus 33% on the, mining and science outpost builds. Not so much anymore. Also, one of the other changes, Mastery of Nature is no longer clear blocker cost minus 100%. Now it's only minus 50%. They felt that was too powerful, which... Now, admittedly, I would probably go for Mastery of Nature on this playthrough, because I can colonize everything and I don't need to terraform. But still, you could always just terraform a world and take care of that.
System survey complete.
Nothing fantastic about that. Alright, so you're going off that direction. Let's go, up here. I mean, it still actually might be a good idea on this playthrough to go for that. I'll think about it. I'm still kind of leaning towards the science one to begin with. I believe they changed the border range radius that your homeworlds get and stuff like that. They made some tweaks to that. So that is definitely a thing. All right. 2 and 2. Well, we're not really hurting for energy yet, so let's go with that. Man, that is a great system. All right, our very first tradition. What are we going to take? I think we're going to take Discovery. So Synchronicity, robot build speed plus increased by 33%. That's pretty good. War demand cost, don't care. Pop build cost minus 10%. Border range increased by 20%. Colony development speed increased by 100%. It's pretty good, but on the other hand, also getting new colonies start with 1 additional pop is also really good with robots. But let's see, survey speed increased by 35%, and survey ship combat evasion increased by plus 30. Research points equal to 1/10 of our monthly gain when surveying planets. Research alternatives increased by 1. Leader experience gain increased by 25%, and assist research produces 1 unity. Ooh. Unity per scientist skill level. Researching uplink miniaturization increases the effect. Oh, 1 unity per scientist skill level. Okay. Alright. Increases the effect to 2 unity per skill level. I actually really like the idea of that. I mean, it's not overall that much unity, but still, that's actually kind of nice. On the other hand, once you know, have done all the traditions and everything like that, and all the ascension perks, then that's worthless. Just basically science ships at that point are worthless. But let's go ahead and adopt this. I like getting anomaly fail risks reduced and anomaly discovery chances increased. There we go. And I have a new science ship. So you're 36, you were 7, 8, 6, 4. I think I'm still going to go with one of you guys because you know, they'll eventually die, and I'll keep checking to see if there's new guys who have like anomaly discovery chance or something like that. All right, let's send you off in another direction. You're doing that. You're doing that. All right, so you go off this way. That's just an isolated leg. I should go over and get that surveyed, but because this is a single path into this area, so there is also some new music, which is pretty cool. All right, that's good enough. All right, I think we'll call this an episode here. When we come back in the next one, we will continue to try and find other alien species that we can assimilate. See you next time, everyone.